Happy focused new year. Hey, we want you to leave the meeting today with some action items that you can put in action in your business right now. So let's take a look at this. Let's commit to making 2017 your best year ever by changing your behaviors now. If I were to follow you around every day and watch the behaviors that you exhibit in your business, after observing you for about 10 days, I could predict the results and the productivity of your business. If I could watch you and say what time you got to work every day, what conversations you had when you got to the office, what activities you did, and what you were involved in day to day, in about a 10-day evaluation, I could predict the profitability and production of your business. So if we want to raise new standards and achieve new productivity, we're going to have to instill new behaviors. So the first thing I'd like for you to do is to establish your 2017 goals. It's not too soon to do this because all the behaviors that we're going to be doing in the action items are going to go to support those goals. So let's just say that you want 50 transactions in 2017 for a volume of $10 million and a GCI of 300,000, and you'd like to save 20%. Okay, those are 4 measurable goals that now you can have your focus on, and you can focus on as you move forward. The next item you want to look at is what are the 3 new or improved behaviors that will naturally and automatically cause this to happen. Now look, I want you to look at these 2 words, naturally and automatically. So let's just put that into real life. So if naturally you are talking to a sphere of influence and you're doing an 8x8 33 touch program and you're doing most of it except maybe you're not doing the phone call, then adding the phone call would be a natural and automatic behavior that would improve the referral-based business from your sphere of influence. So look for things that are natural and automatic. I don't want this to be difficult. I don't want us to have to force success. We want this to flow. And so look for things that you would naturally normally do. The next thing is, how do we install these types of behaviors? Anytime you're going to make a behavioral change, you have to go through quite a few steps. So let's just take a look at that. If your brain had a USB port in it, this would be really easy because then you could just email me and say, Denise, I need to know how to do master the listing presentation, and I could send back data and put it right into the USB port in your brain, and boom, you would automatically know how to do that. But that's not real life. In real life, it takes a while to make a behavior so that you change, so that you can affect that change. So that's why we're going to go through this next step. The first thing is I want you to be aware of needing to make a behavioral change. You need to look at the pain and pleasure that will add to your life. What will it do to my business if I don't make behavioral changes? What will happen? Will my bank account increase? Will it decrease? Will it stay the same? Will I be always struggling financially? What would be the pleasure of making these behavioral changes? And by making those behavioral changes and doing the things that needs to make more transactions happen, then at the end of the day, you are ultimately gaining more income, you're under less stress, and you have a more successful business. List out your reasons to change. Why do you want to do that? Would you like more income? Would you like to have a less stressful working environment? Would you like to grow your business to maybe a 7th level team? So list out all the reasons why you want to change. Then you have to track and measure. Anything that's important needs to be tracked and measured. If you track and measure it, it will get done. If you don't, it's not likely that you're going to do it. Create accountability. You have enormous resources in your market centers in order to create accountability. One of our most underused sources is our productivity coaches. If you really want to get into this thing big and you want somebody to hold you accountable to your goals, hire the productivity coach. It's not painful. It will be an investment that will give you such a return on your money you won't even believe it. If you can't do that, find somebody in the market center to be an accountability partner with and hold each other accountable to those action items that you're going to do every day. Create the new behavior. You know, you have to create the behavior. You have to make the change. You have to get up differently. You have to assess your business differently. And you have to make the steps to make the change. Think of it like when you're on a diet. You can't eat the same old foods and do the same amount of exercise you did when you were at a weight that you didn't like. If you want to lose that weight, then you have to do things differently. You have to eat differently. You have to exercise differently. So make sure that you're changing those behaviors, because without changing behaviors, there are no results. So listen, I want to thank you for being here this morning. I want to thank you for taking your time to look at this video. I hope you'll play it over and over again and have a happy, focused new year.